Hi, ich bin
Hi,
Marco von
I'm
iDoc.
Marco from iDoc. If your phone doesn't last long anymore and the battery is running low, you can replace it by yourself with this guide. The repair is a bit more difficult because the back cover is strongly glued. You need about 60 to 90 minutes. For the repair, we recommend the following tools. You can find the spare part in our store as well as high-quality tools. The links can be found in the video description below. On iDoc.eu you will also find these repair guide with detailed photos and descriptions for each step. And now have fun with the repair. Switch off the device first to avoid short circuits during repair. If the screen stops working, it's no big deal. The device will turn off immediately if you disconnect the battery in a few steps. The mobile phone is opened via the heavily glued back cover. But beware, after a repair, the phone is generally no longer waterproof. You can loosen it by heating the glue and sliding a flat tool between the back cover and the frame. Tools like the iPlastix or the iFlex are ideal for opening the phone. The iFlex is extremely flexible, has rounded edges, and is very thin yet stable. Take a hot air gun or an ordinary hairdryer and gradually heat up the entire edge of the back cover. Don't overheat the phone, just warm it up to the point where you can still touch it easily. The back cover of our device was already damaged. Nevertheless, we tried to leave the back cover as intact as possible. There's a small gap between the frame and display where you can insert your tool. Do not push the tool too far into the device and make sure that the edges of the tool do not scratch the back cover. Therefore, we recommend that you continue with a plastic tool as soon as possible. Be especially careful as the back cover is made of glass and can break easily. Then slide it along the entire frame and gradually loosen the glue. To prevent the adhesive from sticking again, you can use several picks and insert them into the already detached section. Then warm up again the spot where you continue to work and move your tool further along the edge. If necessary, start several times and warm up again and again in between. Beware, our back cover was already broken. It can take half an hour to remove the back cover. Better take a little more time and work carefully to prevent any damage. At the level of the volume buttons, the connection cable of the fingerprint sensor is located directly under the back cover. You should only insert your tool there about half a centimeter. On the lower side, the back cover is glued very strongly. If the back cover is detached everywhere, lift it only slightly. The fingerprint sensor beneath the camera is still connected with a cable. Separate the connector with a spudger. You can see the glue on the edge. Above the USB port, the back cover is glued very strongly. Now remove the back cover and put it aside. Then remove all Phillips screws from the plastic cover and put them aside together. If some screws do not come loose immediately, you can use a pair of tweezers. The cover protects the main board and contains the coils for contactless charging. The cover is lightly glued to the side of the frame. Remove the glue and take out the cover. Now the battery connector is exposed. To avoid short circuits during repair, always disconnect the battery first. The battery is heavily glued, so you should use hot air again to loosen the glue. However, never heat the battery directly, but always from the display side. We recommend using a flat tool, such as the iPlastix, to get under the battery on all sides and to carefully lever it out. If you can't get under the battery like this, you can use a more stable tool. The wide battery spudger is shaped to lift the battery by gently levering it. Again, take a little more time and warm up the glue repeatedly. Don't bend the battery and don't use any tools to stab or damage the battery. Also be careful not to damage any surrounding components. When the adhesive is loosened, lift the battery and remove it from the device. As you can see, the battery is only glued at the outer edges and not in the middle. You can find the right spare part and tools for this repair in our online shop at iDoc.eu. Your new battery should already have adhesive surfaces. Peel off the protective foil and remove all adhesive residues that have remained in the device. We did not install a new battery in our device because our battery was still working fine. Now reinsert the battery. Make sure it has some space on all sides and doesn't press against the frame. Now reconnect the battery. Position the contact over its connector and press it down carefully. Then put on the plastic cover with the charging coil in place, hook it in at the top and press it tight all around. Make sure that it is hooked in everywhere and does not stick out. Then fasten all screws again. Before placing the back cover on the case, check the adhesive. It should be evenly distributed on the edge so that the back cover is flush all over. Remove excess glue if necessary. If you want, you can also remove the old adhesive and use a new adhesive frame. We have linked it in the info box below. Before you push the back cover back onto the case, connect the fingerprint sensor to the connector. Use a plastic tool to reach the connector. Heat the rear glass again with hot air so that the adhesive bonds again. Please note that the smartphone is no longer fully protected against liquids after repair. As long as the glue cools down, you can press the back glass down with your fingers or lightly weigh it down.
Die Reparatur ist jetzt
The
abgeschlossen.
repair is now finished and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, suggestions or hints, please write it in the comments below. We will be happy to help you. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.
Bis zum nächsten Mal.